I've lost the controller. There it is. Okay. I'm just being a goob, don't mind me. Alright. Just gotta make sure that everything is good to go. Morty, where are you going, dude? Where are you going? We just started. Hi, buddy. Morty's on condensed cam today because this game has a weird aspect ratio. And by weird, I mostly mean 4:3, I think. I stretched it some, but... Okay, I've seen this opening like 600 million times. It's probably fine. Bye, Morty, I guess. You goober. Oh, one more thing that I forgot to do. Hold on. Hold on. This. Please log in and everything successfully. Completely forgot that I meant to open this. Hello, this guy. Nice to see ya. How you been? Good. That should work now. Cool. Okay, now once again, I'm done with this cutscene. No complaints? That's good. Asmondo's doing a lot better. He's able to sit up. We were playing Diablo 2 on the computer over the weekend because he was able to sit up. He doesn't have to drink primarily like meal replacement drinks anymore. He can actually handle food, so good things all around. So don't know what caused it. Don't know what caused it this time. Don't know what caused it last time. But I guess the best we can do is just hang in there the next time that it happens. Again, Morty just knows when I'm streaming. He knows when to start being a booger. You know, I meant to ask you, this guy, how things were going with your workload and everything. I imagined you were still probably pretty busy.
So this is her.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad, this guy. Yeah, that's always the way it works, isn't it?
Indeed.
Like, slow periods are meant to be a good time to catch up and make sure that things are done ahead of time, not do even less.
Is this really necessary?
It is His Majesty Emperor Dole's command to take that girl into custody.
Yeah, that's good.
Who is she?
That is not your
Because I was gonna ask you, I was thinking about you on like Friday or Saturday, and I was gonna ask you if there was anything I can do to help, but I'm glad that it's eased up a little bit. Hey Mort, I see you. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that, this guy. Because yeah, last week, even though I wasn't streaming, I had like a ton of time, so... Because I was mostly just lying in bed with Husbando, making sure he was okay. It's my big green boy. Firebrand. I love this game so much. It's not a good game, but I love it a lot. And I figured it would be a good way to just kind of chill a little bit today. I don't know how long I'm gonna play. Maybe like an hour, maybe 5 hours, I don't know. Who knows? So the single worst thing about this game is Dart here, our main character. You cannot take him out of the party. I dislike him vehemently, and I wish that I didn't have to have him in my party for the entire game. Hey, Mort! Oh, big yawn, buddy! Go, go! Arg. What I would say if I was being slapped around by a dragon. Arg. Is Firebrand really a dragon, though? He's like a giant praying mantis thing. The dragons in this game are weird, man. They're weird. I don't think there's a single dragon that looks like a dragon. Okay, that's not true, I guess. Hey, CJ, nice to see ya. I guess the divine dragon kind of looks like a dragon. The rest of them just look like blobs. Yeah, it's a dragon. Definitely a dragon. It's a praying mantis, isn't it? It's even got like a giant, proboscis thing, which I think is supposed to be his bottom jaw. You never know with this game. What the heck was that? A dragon? Yep, see, there's proof. It's not a praying mantis, it's a dragon. Dragon? Are you sure? No, not my village of 5 people over the hill. That's my home. The writing is so bad in this game. Well, okay, maybe not the writing, but the translation. You know, as pretty par for games of this era. Bye! So yeah, this game just holds a very special place in my heart as one of the only things that I played as a child. I played it into the ground. So it's relaxing at this point, even though I'm not great at RPGs, because I know exactly where to go at all times. It shows this huge sprawling village, but once we get there, it's literally like 5 people. Alright. Yeah, I know. I just want the burnout from the chest. When did this come out? That is a great question. Let me look. Legend of Dragoon. Release date was December 2nd, 1999. we bought this game very shortly after it came out. It was my dad and I played it on the demo machine that was at Walmart. You know, they might still have the controllers and then the screen like up above you that you can demo games on. And we played it there, bought it very quickly after it was released, and then I played it religiously. There's 4 discs. So one of the best things, Husbando hated this when he played this game. The addition system, it's not like other RPGs where you just choose who you're going to attack. You choose who you're going to attack and then you have these squares. And you have to hit the X button when the squares converge. If you don't do it perfectly, you won't be able to continue your attack, and so it's weaker because it has less hits. See, like if I just don't hit it, he'll just do one swing instead. And obviously they get to be a lot harder. And the additions are like my favorite part of this game, and Husbando just hated it. And there's an item you can buy that lets you do your additions automatically, but the cheap version gives you like half damage if it just does the addition for you. And the more expensive version is like 10,000 gold, which is basically what you earn in the entire game. So it's not like you can really get it for all the characters. So Husbando, he just played through this game last year because I wanted him to. And whenever we got to a fight that was actually like important, he would just give it to me for the for the additions, and he would do the rest. If only I had come back sooner and totally stopped that dragon thing like I literally just did. You can trust me. Nobody cares about Shanna, okay? Shanna's the worst. Like, that's the downfall of this game to me, is that I literally don't care about Dart or Shanna, and they're the 2 main characters. Everybody else is fantastic. Give me this burnout. And I can't take Dart from my team, which makes me, like, doubly sad. So... 5 hours. Oh, here you go. 51 hours. This is Husbando's save file from when he played it last year. So 51 hours it took him to beat it. We had all 50 Stardust. And that was his team. I don't need the save file. This was me putzing around. It's fine. I just didn't want to overwrite Husbando's is all. But yeah, this is super relaxing for me, because I know that, like, everything that's gonna happen, I know where everything is. The additions are still to this day just ingrained in my muscle memory. Just the most relaxing thing ever. Also, this crow doesn't have a face. It's great. Only you came back earlier, you failure. So this is like the driving force behind, you know, the hero going on the adventure. His girlfriend got kidnapped. Hi, big boy. Let me stab ya. I like that they call it invited, like a weird translation thing. They clearly didn't invite her to prison. Yes, can I interest you in our finest room in our prison? So if I kill the commander, his other two goons will run away. But I'm not going to do that because another sort of aspect of this game is that you can only unlock your final edition, which is presumably your most powerful, and for most people it is, by completing successfully every other edition at least 80 times. So I wanted to get 2 more of these double slashes so that I don't have to farm them later. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit low. Let's not. That's cheeky. Burnout. I mean, I certainly don't mind. It's only 4 damage, but... Buddy. Fine. If you're gonna be that way, I'll just keep the fight moving. You... I forgot that he did that. He only has 1, though. I don't think there's a single enemy that has more than 1 heal. Unless it's just like one of their skills. But as far as healing potions, nobody has more than 1. So they trick you, right? Because I just learned Volcano, which is a new addition for Dart. And so most people are like, yeah, I'm gonna switch to that. But that prevents you from, you know, maxing out the one that you're currently working on, and you have to go back to it later. So we're just sticking with double slash. You can count on us for this town that has 1 house and a graveyard. Why would you want to come back here to this town with your girlfriend? There's nothing left of this town. Okay. So, objective number 1. Over here in the corner. Somewhere. Gimme. Is a Stardust. There are 50 of those hidden throughout the game. You get some really sweet gear if you find them all. Probably could have left without talking to Tasman, now that I think about it. Yeah, I heard about Shanna. I'm gonna go get her from the prison. No, I don't... No. No. I don't want to fight you. I don't need a tutorial, thanks. Nope. I'm good. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Hey, Mort. Alright, he's in his log, so he'll probably stay here for the rest of the day. Yeah, he's already going to sleep. Hi, Shanna. I wouldn't rescue you if I didn't have to. Is that cruel? Like, they're going for the cute little sister thing with Shanna, but what it actually comes across as is just annoying incompetence, you know what I mean? His Majesty Dole, like the fruit cups. How can it cost more than your head? If you don't have your head, you're dead. So what could you possibly threaten that's worse than that? Bye, unfortunate dude who happened to be standing there when he was angry. Good night, Morty. Give in to sleep. It's okay. Hi, Merchant Man. Don't need you. Thanks. I could buy spark nets from him, but at this point, it's probably fine. We'll just get a couple from doing fights and we'll be good. I'm literally never going to use that charm potion because it takes dedicated farming in order to max out your additions, so there's never any reason to not fight. I mean, I guess unless you're almost dead, but... Which I am, to be fair. Because I leveled up, so now my max health is higher. I think what you will find is that I am very stingy in RPGs. Like, I have a healing potion. Could totally use it. Am I going to stand here and heal the slow way? Yup. You know, that is part of the reason why when RPGs get hard, I'm not necessarily great at them. Because I'm totally unwilling to use my items. You know? I feel really lucky, this guy, that we got a PS5. Like, we got it without too much hassle. I woke up at like 3 in the morning and stayed awake for about an hour, like refreshing my cart to get one. Which, in the grand scope of how hard it is to get a PS5, was not really that bad. I didn't realize... I'm intentionally gonna go the wrong way. I didn't realize that they would be quite that hard to get, like, even now, you know? Yeah, so like I said, I played this game so much as a kid that I remember the way to go. Which is why I didn't pop out at the end until after I had gotten all the items. Now we get a cute little flashback. Yay, we're just children in the woods with a bunch of monsters. This isn't a bad idea. Hang in there. I'll get you out from there. Good translation. I love this game's translation so much. Hey, Foxy! Nice to see ya! How you doing? A Gerblin and a Trent. Treant, whichever you prefer. I think they're listed as Trents here. don't see enough people who even know what this game is, let alone love it, Foxy. I'm so excited that you like it. This is one of my top games of all time. Like, not even gonna lie. Can you stop, please? He's still blue. Fine, fine. Yeah, I grew up on this and Spyro, basically. And I guess Croc as well, if anybody's familiar with that one. Yeah, I finally convinced Husbando to play this last year. He hated the edition system, which is one of the highlights for me. And of course the writing and translation is just, not the best, but... Right? Like, I love the editions. Who did you use last year, Foxy, for your team? Yeah, Husbando went and bought the, why can't I think of what it's called? The thing that lets you do the additions automatically. Like, he saved 10,000 gold for the one that doesn't reduce your damage when it does it automatically. Because I always, at this point in the game, I'm always like, okay, I'm definitely going to use somebody different this time. And then by the time that I get Rose and Lavitz, I'm like, well, okay, this is my team, just like always. And it's not even a great team. Like, Rose is fine early game, but you're supposed to switch her out later. But I don't. That's just always my team. Like, Maru is great for the end game. Pretty sure that's supposed to be Rodriguez, by the way. That bird thing. Like, I think you're not supposed to realize that until much later, but... Because the like, head warden of this prison has a pet dog and a pet, like, giant bird. And I feel like that's supposed to be him. Yeah, like, those are the good ones, Foxy. Those are, like, the highest DPS ones, especially Maru's, Perky Step, I think. But me and Owl will just be Bae forever. This poor merchant, he just has such a rough life. Everybody and everything is out to murder him. He's like the cabbage guy from Avatar. Also, I'm not entirely sure what these guys are wearing, but growing up, I kind of always assumed they were just wearing leather straps. And that's like the best prison warden outfit ever. Convince me that there's something more efficient than wearing absolutely nothing except for a couple leather straps. Like, I'm sure it's supposed to be like full body tan colored armor, but you know, that's not as much fun. I made it. I do actually want to save though, because like I said, I'm stingy. I'm not sure that I want to use a healing potion. I'll just do it, for Pete's sake. Get over yourself. And what makes it even dumber, I should have done that before I saved, but whatever. What makes it even dumber is like, I'm gonna end up being full of healing potions. And like, I'm still not gonna want to use them, you know? Yeah, it's being cut off just a smidge, Foxy, but there's a big black bar up there as well, so I figured it would be fine to cut it off a little so that we can still see most of the stream. Like the mort cam and everything. I have no good layout for the weird shape of this game. It's 4x3, but I stretched it. The whole part of the game in between when you find Shanna and when you meet Rose and get to have her on your team is just always like a blur. Because I guess there's some cool stuff, but mostly I'm just trying to get Rose and I really dislike Shanna. It's okay, buddy. You're fine. I don't know. I'm gonna save after that fight, and since I healed, and I'm not gonna buy more healing potions right now, because I'm probably fine. Do we fight Brujol on the way out? I think we do. That's a long time from now. Whatever. Do I even care about the weapons that are here? Well, I guess probably. Okay. I'll make an effort to get them. It's tempting to just run directly to where I know I need to go, but... yeah, I'm pretty sure that we fight him on the way out because I remember Shanna being able to fight him, and I would not have had Shanna on my team for the second time that you fight him, so... alright, I guess I'll get the stuff that's in here. Nope. Nope. Are you still angry? Oh, I'm gonna get caught. Ha! That's fine. You can totally, like, if you're patient enough, you can do that whole room without getting into a fight, but I need to farm out number of double slashes as well, so it's fine. And I suppose I'll take the Angel's Prayer. That's a good thing to have upcoming. It doesn't do me any good right now, but in a little bit. Angel's Prayer is basically, what is it in Final Fantasy? Phoenix Down? Right? I'll be the first to admit I haven't really played very much Final Fantasy. Played Final Fantasy VII. We have the remake, which we haven't played yet. And I made it... no, what? I keep forgetting that my controller's busted. And I made it a fair distance into Final Fantasy X. And that's about it. We started playing Final Fantasy... I don't remember which one it was. All Hail Vaughn, Sky Pirate of Dalmasca? That one. We played that for a little bit. I really like how all of these warriors are blue. Like, all of the good guy warriors are blue. Except for Lavitz, who is, like, fluorescent green. It's like it would have been easier to just make all of them green to match him. But he has to be green because of his elemental alignment. Whoa. Hold on, do you see that, like, weird... Yeah, it's not showing the text right. Huh. Yeah, I got a color code so we know who's who. Can't have any doubt at all that Lavitz is wind type. Hi, buddy. I missed you. Because if you really break it down, how many people would legitimately wear, like, flaming red armor? Like, unironically, right? Except for Dart. But then again, Dart's armor also has, like, a 12-pack built into its design, so I think maybe he's a little bit insecure. Is this Civil War? I love Dart's voice acting later, by the way. He has a couple, like, spoken lines during cutscenes, and he is awful. It's fantastic. I'm not your enemy. Oh, well, okay. Nice to see you, friend. I will totally trust you. Lavitz Slambert, the best name ever. No, it seems we don't. Alright. I got my buddy. Finally. His last name is Slambert. Have you ever seen, Foxy, there's like a meme somewhere inside some like Japanese translated baseball game is a bunch of names that you could totally tell was a person who doesn't speak English making what they think are American sounding names. And that's what I always think of when I think of Lavitz Slambert. They're like, this is an American guy's name, right? Oh yeah, totally. Sparknet. So Lavitz's spear attacks are delayed, and I spend the majority of the game with Albert, who also does spear attacks, so my muscle memory is always a little bit weaker for Lavitz. Because I spend less time with him. This game tries so hard and I love it. It's so endearing. Like, if you can just love it for what it is, it's so endearing. Someday I'll learn the run for it. It's the majority of the speed run for this game is throw spark nets at people, which is fair because items are OP. But still, like, each disc is, you know, a couple hours, so kind of a big commitment. You said, comma, Dart. Yeah, exactly. Like, I would have to do segmented because I don't have 13 hours or whatever to just run one game. He's such an innocent person. He's like, I really have to go and report this whole situation to the king, but your girlfriend's in danger and I'm kind of real sad about it, so I'll help you. Hey Ian, nice to see ya. How you doing? Of course, with the girl, whose name you learned was Shanna, but you still call her the girl anyway. Yeah, that was a stupid thing to do, buddy. You just met this guy. Okie dokie, bye. Pretty sure I don't need anything from any of these rooms. But one of them might have a spear. Hey, he just joined my party. What are the odds that they're gonna already have a better weapon? Like, come on. Nope. I'd rather not get in a bunch of fights here if I can help it. This I don't have a choice. But yeah, so when I eventually learn this run, I think probably it's gonna be like a la the same thing that like Tic Tac is doing with Last Guardian. Just like do it, get it done with, and that's basically it, you know? Thanks for hanging out, Foxy. Have a good time at the park. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. This is mostly just like for funsies to get me back into the swing of streaming, but I'm hoping to make it through this entire game on stream, which might take like a year if I only play it for like an hour every week or something. We'll see. But yeah, like words cannot express how much I love this game. You're gonna see me, by the way, just walking in absolute nonsense directions all the time. This is where Shanna is. We need a key. But yeah, you're gonna see me walking in nonsense directions all the time because my joystick is busted. Hard to find these old controllers anymore. And now we gotta be like, oh, there's guards. We'll come back to this section later to fight Django. So, for now, they're just blocking your way to that. Conveniently, the key to the prison of the most important person in this facility is sitting on a box. Yeah, we gotta rescue Shanna first. Once we get Shanna, then I will use a healing potion. But we're still fairly squishy enough to take a couple hits before I die, so... I'm stingy in RPGs, okay? I'm sorry. See, like that. I didn't mean to, like, walk back out of the room. It's just that the joystick is weird. Check some of these out, I guess. I know that there's at least one room with a burnout. It's like on top of a stack of boxes. But I would rather not get into fights. That's where Shanna is. Whoop! Okay, well, we're just going for Shanna. That's fine. Hi, guys! Get them before they make a noise, because there's like 5 feet of space to walk around in here. I'm sure nobody will notice. Thank you, Rip. I appreciate it. 2,000 to the Morty B-Day cake. I've already got plans for what that cake could possibly look like, and it would be super fancy. Alright, I want to make it through Helena without ever messing up an addition, but I'm also just kind of doing this for funsies, so we'll see. Thank you, Rip. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing good, too. Stop attacking Dart! Lavitz has so much more health. Give him a break. And by so much more, I mean 10. I think, like, I'll probably do offline grinding of the additions. Like, you all don't need to see me sit here for an hour and just do double slashes, right? But I definitely want to make sure that we get Moonstrike for Dart by the end of the game, so that requires maxing the rest. Hey, Ozuri, thank you for the good luck. Legend of Dragoon actually has like pretty decent music. Like the standard fight theme, which that was, is pretty good, and then some of the like more important fights have special themes as well that are like even better. Indel's Castle will always be my favorite though. We're gonna be... I can probably make it to Indel's today. There's actually 2 themes in Indel's that are really good. Welcome back, this guy. Wait, really? That's dumb. That makes no sense. Why would they do it that way? Then they basically don't have a price match thing at all. This is Shanna's theme. Well, actually, technically, I think it's called Dart's theme. For reasons that we'll find out later, but... Show me your face, and then he just looks at the floor. You look much stronger now, Dart. Mostly on account of the 12-pack that's built into your breastplate. I at least appreciate the thought that, like, only his left arm has armor on it because his sword is in his right hand, so his sword arm probably isn't gonna get hit as much. Like, that at least is kind of cheeky. Pottery Barn will do online stuff, but the lower priced item has to be in stock at the competitor. Yeah. Right. It's like you understand, but it's also kind of pointless. I have not really had great experiences with Target, though. I avoid it like the plague if I can. Unfortunately, they're kind of one of the best places for Magic the Gathering stuff, so... Now watch. I'm gonna try to guard with Dart, and all 3 of these guys are gonna do nothing but try to maul Dart's face. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, Target is usually one of the first places to have a bunch of... Is that a burnout? That's a Sparknet. To have new Magic the Gathering stuff, and they restock semi-frequently. That also, however, means that most of the time they're out of stock. I really want to go back to the game store that we have, but they're still closed because of COVID. Like, that's where we do Magic, like, pre-releases and stuff. But the last time that we went there, I don't know if she was just having a bad day or whatever, but the owner... It wasn't clear whether they were open or not, because the lights were on and, like, people were inside, but it was just the crew, I guess. And so we went up to the door and just kind of, like, waved at them, like, hey, can we come in or are you closed? And she just, like, gave us the biggest scowl and was like, go away! It was like, geez, okay, sorry. I didn't realize you weren't open. It's a really nice store, though. It's just that they're still closed, so we don't really have much in the way of trading card stuff except for Target, basically. Yeah, that's actually, like, very true of Magic the Gathering, right? Like, sometimes if you go to, like, Walgreens, which nobody would really think of. You can still find magic product that has been sold out for weeks everywhere else. I think that we have somebody at our local store who's kind of doing something he's not supposed to, though. I think that the person who stocks it also just buys it as soon as he puts it in stock, which you're not supposed to do, because I have price alerts and like stock alerts, and I live right next to the Target. So I got a stock alert at 7:48 a.m. I was over there by 7:50 and they were sold out. And it's like, really? You know? I'm 18. That suddenly means I can hold a bow. Jenna, you can't fight. Don't deceive yourself. You can't fight. You are the person in my party that is the first to go. Like, this is a whole thing for the entire game. The Shanna of my memory hasn't changed a bit. Dart's been gone for like 5 years or something, and so he still remembers Shanna as being like a little tiny teenager, and he just can't seem to wrap his mind around the fact that she's an adult now. And that's like one of the driving conflicts behind this game, and it's like, Dart, just grow up, man. Because she has. This game is a treasure, Ian. Like I said before, if you just accept it for the mediocrity that it is, it becomes great. You know what I mean? The red guy. I love that they call him the red guy. Oh, this guy's gonna get yeeted. Sorry, buddy. Like, why would you not tell everybody, don't kill the girl, as soon as you bring her into the prison? Like, that could happen at any point, right? Because she is super important. She's, like, Shanna, for all the more that I dislike her as a character, is kind of, like, one of the most important parts of the entire story. Nope. There we go. Alright, let's get thee out of here. I want to go to Indel's castle because the music is really good. But we have to go through other places first. Matter of fact, we have to fight a couple bosses before we can get to Indel's. This is fun though. I'm not just gonna stop at an hour. I will, however, save. Really weird to have a save point when an enemy can just pop out of that door at any time, but... Hey, Deacon, nice to see you. Also, just because we are at a save point, Ian, you just cashed in that lizard tree. I'm gonna go see real quick if Morty actually wants it. So give me like a second, and I'm gonna pop Morty a treat. Thank you, this guy. I appreciate it. Have a good lunch. I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to give Morty a blueberry. He might just like, you know, like shrink away from it and be like, oh, not now. But I'll give him one anyway. Be right back. He knocked it down. Morty, no. There it is. He pushed it back out of his cave. Yeah, his cam is like a little smaller today because of the weird shape of Legend of Dragoon, which is, by the way, cut off on top. I know. Most of the time it doesn't matter that it's cut off on top. Ow, you biscuit, haha. Okay, I will actually use a healing potion as well at this point, because Dart's kind of just hanging on there. So thanks, Ian. Morty really seemed to appreciate that blueberry. Does Morty ever come out of his enclosure? For sure. He likes to hang out here. Oh, the menu music is so good. The menu music is one of the best. He's so bad even the people of his own country are afraid of him. Where is he from? We visit all of the countries in this world. And nobody's ever like, oh, that one warden guy, boy, I'm glad that he's not here anymore. Why'd you have Shanna taken away? Because someone said so. But yeah, Rip, I'm trying to think of the specific, like... I have a couple Legend of Dragoon songs on a playlist that I listen to as part of just, like, a general really good music playlist. And the menu theme I have on there, Indal's Castle I have on there, the epilogue I have on there. I'm trying to think if there's, like, another one. Also... Shanna is gonna focus on... Okay, Shanna's not gonna focus on Frugel because I can't get my cursor to mouse over him because this controller sucks. Never mind. I was gonna say I'm gonna leave the little guys for the people who actually have additions, because the bow doesn't have additions like the rest of the weapons do. Make. And part of what really makes me sad is that the speedrun of this game usually uses Miranda, who also uses a bow, and is also one of my least favorite characters. Big yawn Morty! Go Morty, go! It's like the speedrun uses none of my favorite characters. Okay, these guys actually kind of suck. Yeah, so now Shanna can go after him. Despite the fact that I just said these guys suck and I should probably murder them quickly. There we go. Should definitely get a new controller before the speedrun, huh? So when these guys die, they do... what's it called? Burning magma, I think is the item that they use. It's an all-attack fire that actually kind of does a decent amount of damage, so... I could choose to not kill them and just kill the boss. But I want the additions, so... Bye, Morty! His worst attack is chucking a rock at you, which he hasn't done yet. So we're looking pretty decent, at least, as far as that's concerned. You know what? She can... I doubt she can finish him, but if she can, that's fine. Yeah. gushing magma. That's what that's called. But yeah, that hits pretty hard. And then the other guy always powers up once the other one dies. At least this one isn't just wearing, like, straps for her clothes. He hits the hardest, but he could use a little bit of heals. Shanna, I really honestly don't care. I'm sorry. Dart, you are so weak. Why can't I take you out of my party? I complain that Dart is weak because he does 2, meanwhile Lavitz does 3, and I'm like, oh, he's the best. There's the rock. The rock sucks. Okay, I do actually have to, like, not kill this guy, though, before we heal, or else he's gonna just murder all of us. Yeah, sure. Just hit her in the head. I do not care. She's gonna be on my team for the minimum amount of time. And it's very dumb to do that way, because she's a healer. So I usually go the entire game with a party that has no heals. But it's my favorite people. I think he might be dead. Ooh, that was close. Alright, so he won't call any more backup. Those senior wardens were the last that he had. However, I would really love for Lavitz to have a turn before he gets a yep. He gets a that. I have an Angel's Prayer, it's okay. You know what I just realized? If anybody's familiar with, like, the actual lore and story of Legend of Dragoon, I wonder if Frugal's a Giganto. It never occurred to me in all my years of playing this that that might be what they mean by the country that he's from. And the reason that you don't hear about him ever again is because Gigantos got wiped out. And so his country doesn't exist anymore. Because he is large. He is a big boy. And it's probably, maybe, not so much a design choice as it is that's actually where he's from. Like, he's not, like, designed like Kingpin, right? Just inordinately large for the sake of being large. It might actually be like a story thing. Yeah, as far as bosses go, he is not really that big of a deal. I say as he murdered one of my people, but that was just because I was greedy, you know? I had an Angel's Prayer. I figured if we could get around to Lavitz's turn again, it would be fine. Just kind of an unlucky series of constantly targeting him. Those rocks suck, though. And yeah, I don't care about Shanna getting experience, and in fact, I might just let her die if that happens to happen. He's already red, so it probably won't. So that Dart and Lavitz can get more experience. Because it's split among the party in that way. I do want to keep Dart alive, though. It's very important that he gets experience. Because I'm stuck with him for the whole game. Could you stop with the rocks to his face? Alright, probably Dart's gonna wear the Night Shield. If it does what I think that it does. Alright, let's make our grand escape. Hey Aiden, nice to see you. How you doing? I feel bad for that horse thing. Its knees are probably just destroyed. I like the hooded guy. He was always one of my favorites. We learn who he is later, but for now he's the hooded guy. Everything is going just as I planned. Of course, it's a JRPG, so there has to be one. There always has to be one guy who's like this, right? Who's like, haha, just as planned. You're falling into my trap. Yeah, Aiden, I grew up with this game. It was, kind of a staple of my childhood, so I always look back on it with fond memories. Figured it would be a fun thing to revisit. Dart, please don't die. Do I care about staying at the inn, though? Do I really want to spend my money on the inn? I say the inn as if we're actually gonna get to the inn before we fight another boss, so... Because your obelisk should be in the way of getting to Bale. It sure is. Once you like get it in your mind to play something that you haven't seen for a while, it's like incessant. And we just played this game last year, and then I played it again for just a little while. Probably like 6 months ago, but here I am. Alright, so my goal today is just to get to Bale, basically. Because that should be pretty simple. We're kind of close. I'm glad that we had this very long conversation while we're being chased. Let's go. Now, I will be the first to admit that I know exactly what to do for this section, but I don't remember what order the paths go. I need to look at the river first and then the tree. Also, like, I think these guys are supposed to be wearing chainmail, in addition to the fact that they're wearing nothing but, like, studded leather straps as their armor. I'm pretty sure they're wearing, like, a chainmail hat, and that's what that is, but I always just thought that they were basically, like, god-looking people in BDSM gear. Not gonna lie. Okay, so this way, hopefully, leads to the river. Yes. Look at the river, be like, oh no, we can't jump over it. Okay. Because with these older games, you know, usually you have to do things in a specific order, right? You can't just go right to the solution and have the rest of the puzzle just, like, solve itself. So I have to look at the river, I have to look at the tree, then it will let me do the things I'm supposed to do, even though I already know what the solution is. Hannah, sorry, you have 10 health, and I am just gonna leave you that way. Also, I still haven't messed up a single edition so far. I've jinxed myself now, I'm sure. But I'm curious to see how far I go. Last time, I believe it was the forest where Firebrand is. Was the first time I messed up an edition. And to be fair, these are like the ones from the beginning of the game, right? The very first attacks that you get, so... Okay. Shanna learning something? Way to be a jerk, dude. Hey, Horsey. Come here, Horsey. Oh, he's leaving. Horsey. Usually he comes if you, interact with him. Which, by the way, that's like a regular horse. So what the heck did we ride out of Helena on? Okay, I'm gonna blast through this text because it's like 600 years long. Shanna's like, hey Dart, where were you for the last 5 years? And Dart's like, well, you know what? I didn't say anything about it, Shanna, because you were a little kid and I didn't want to scare you, but my whole family was murdered by a creature called the Black Monster, and I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it, so it was 5 years wasted, basically. I grew up in the town that we started the game in, but there was also another town that I grew up in called Neat, which got caught on fire by the Black Monster 18 years ago, and now we get to watch a flashback. Flashback. Can't words. So yeah, that was that whole conversation. And there's the Black Monster, destroying everything in his hometown. So yeah, he's been on a journey for revenge for the last 5 years, trying to find this Black Monster and kill it before it hurts anybody else. Get in the log, boy. And we do eventually learn these people's names, but that's like a disc 3-ish type thing, so... So yeah, they escaped, but his dad went back to the village to fight the black monster and hopefully help anybody who was still left. And then his mom also went too. Like, his mom and his dad both ran back into a burning village to try to fight this giant demon creature. And so now, needless to say, he's an orphan. I mean, I guess you can't blame him for wanting to find the black monster and stop this from happening to somebody else, but... And so the only thing he found when he went back into town was this, like, shiny memento that his dad always carried around. And so now he keeps it. Because it's the last thing he has from his family. Morty's a little sassy, I guess. So yeah, Neat, the country, or the town that he was from, is from a country that we'll go to on Disc 3. So he's quite a long way from home. And now he's asking Lavitz, like, what is going on in this country? The kingdom of Basil, which is where Lavitz is from, is fighting Sandora, which is where Emperor Dole is from, the one who ordered Shanna to be captured. And they're fighting all across Serdio, the country that we're currently in. Sandora has a dragon. That's the gist of this. And Dart's like, hey, a dragon! I got swooped down on by a dragon at the beginning of the game. Yep, same dragon. So, thank you for the follow. Basically, Lavitz is like, okay, you're on a journey to find closure to your past. I'm on a journey to protect my country. Yeah, it's a war. So he found out, you know, based on what Dart said, that this dragon is a lot closer to their country than he thought. So he's gonna go back to Indel's castle and report to King Albert that there's a dragon and that it's way closer. At the same time, he's like, hey, Minister Noyce might know something about the black monster. You should come too. That's basically where we're at here. It's a big long conversation. That's the summary. Okay, so this axe... let's take a break. Hopefully that heals us. That axe there is what I actually need. But I need to look at the tree that I have to cut with it first. So we have to go and do that. I am a huge fan of this game as a JRPG. It's lovely. I don't think enough people know about it, honestly. Yep, okay. Almost falling. So yes, now that we've looked at this, we can go get the axe and chop the tree down, and hopefully it'll make a bridge across the river. Fight. You sound a lot like me, Bronto. I did the same thing. Like, I just played it incessantly. As soon as I got to the end, it was like, well, okay, time to start over, you know? So yeah, we're gonna go to Bale, which is where King Albert is, to tell him that the bad guys, Sandora, have a big old dragon that they're tromping through the country, and that it's way closer than Lavitz thought that it was. And so more people are in danger. And at the same time, Minister Noyce, that is actually his name, is their historian at the castle. And Lavitz is like, hey, you should ask him about the black monster, because that's what you were doing for the last 5 years. Maybe you can learn something. Shanna and Miranda, to be fair, you know, are great to have on your team. Like, they're good healers. They can DPS fairly decently, you know, if you build them and use them the right way. I always end up going Dart, Owl, Rose just because they're my favorite characters. And that's not a great team composition, you know, there's not really much in the way of heals. But I don't know, I like them so much. And yeah, like you said, because I'm not using like Shanna or I suppose like Maru for some magic stuff, I have a primarily like physical damage type of team. You get a little bit of healing with Rose's Astral Drain and a little bit from Albert's, what's it called? The thing that makes a shield. I can't remember at the moment. As a Dragoon, but that requires, you know, not being healed as much as somebody like Shanna could do, so. Thank you, Aiden. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. I don't know how on earth they plan to just, what, catch that tree as it was falling, but okay. Yeah, we'll have to find another way, like the way that we just created. Surprise! Honestly, I wish that you could take Dart out of the team. That's not to necessarily say that he's bad, because Moonstrike ends up being, you know, really decent. And things like Blazing Dynamo are okay. It's literally just like, I wish that I could take his slot for somebody else, you know? How convenient. I'll go get this. It'll get me into a fight. I could have made it out of here without getting into a fight, but I wanted that Angel's Prayer. And I will talk to the people. I will talk to the people. It's completely optional to talk to the people up here, but later on at the end of the game, something happens if you know, talk to them. Just something kind of warm fuzzy. I mean, I could see that because you have Dart as kind of a balanced, you know, middle ground. Shanna as the magic and Kongol as the physical. Hey guys. So yeah, I'm gonna blitz through this conversation as well. Lavitz walks up to these guys and they're like, "Oh, we're refugees from Sandora, the enemy country." And the mom is like, "Don't talk to him. He's from Basil. You know, he's our enemy." And Lavitz is like, "No, come on guys, you're refugees. Let me help you." Even though they're, you know, the enemy. And so Lavitz gives him a loaf of bread and says, "Hey, you should go stay with my mom. She lives in Bale." I'm Lavitz Slambert. I love his name so much. So yeah, it's basically just showing off like Lavitz is a really good guy. He's willing to help anybody, even if they're technically like the enemy, right? Because he's a good human being. Yeah, I know the top of the game is cut off, by the way. It's just kind of... Don't worry about it. Oh, do I want to chase the frog guy? Am I really gonna chase the frog guy? Maybe I'll chase the frog guy. I'll think about it. Well, yeah, he can do massive physical damage if you set him up right. I think that the problem is just like most people aren't willing to put the time into him because, especially like for his Dragoon form, you don't get that. At the earliest, you still get it pretty late, right? Like if you buy the thing from the market, you still get it pretty late. And so they're like, you know, I don't even have his Dragoon thing. I'm not even gonna spend time on him. And then they don't, and his pursuit, you know, base level pursuit is not great. So I think a lot of people just kind of gloss over him as a viable character. Meanwhile, I'm over here being like, yeah, I'm gonna use Rose. And she's really powerful when you first get her. But then by the end of the game, she's only kind of like, she's alright, you know? Oh, I wanted to equip my Night Shield. What am I doing? Yeah, Dart, you can have actually both of those. Okay, this one should just be like this. 20 gold, was that worth it? Maybe. Gold is hard to come by in this game, honestly. Be careful not to slip, you dingleberry. I don't think I have ever in my life used a total vanishing. Oh, actually, total vanishings work on the rainbow birds, don't they? And in this moment, Dart and Lavitz become the best bromance. Huff, huff, huff. Thanks for saving me, dude. But like, seriously, this is like a foundational moment of their friendship. Where can you get those on disc 1? Hazis? I'm trying to think of where they might show up. Or maybe like on the road to the Shirley Shrine as a guess of where they might show up. Hey buddy. I'll chase you around in just a minute. I think he just gives like a panic guard or something. I don't think that what he gives is actually even worth it, but I'll still do it. Coco Magic Baby, nice to see ya. How you doing today? It was my first RPG as well. Yeah, like maybe that's part of the reason it's so like dear to me. Fireflies, I'll take the heal. Rock fireflies heal you when you're in their light. Just flail your arms around a little bit. I'm doing well, Coco. Thank you. Yeah, and I think, like, we could acknowledge that this game You know, it's not Final Fantasy. It's not, how do I want to say? It's not a shining star among RPGs as far as composition and writing and things like that, but it's great, you know? It definitely has a special place in my heart. I thought it would be around Kazis. That was my guess of where you would find those. You can find them on later discs more commonly, I think. But by then you have, like, better stuff to farm. Yep. Lavitz's mom is waiting for him in Vale. Alright. I will always take Angel's prayers. I'll use the burnout against your obelisk here in a second. Which I, by the way, am very confident is supposed to be Ouroboros. But, you know, Japanese translation. I actually don't want to fight these things because that balloon guy can poison you. Actually, I think both of them can. But I still want the addition grinding and I want the experience, so... Yeah, there's... Oh, that's not poison though. That's attack block, which is fine. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Guys, stop. So I'm tempted to just use a burnout on this guy. But yeah, like I'm just playing some chill Legend of Dragoon today. I'll cycle it, you know, in and out of what I normally play. Normally I'm a speedrunner. Should be back to running tomorrow. There we go. Eventually I'll learn the speed run for this game. It's just, it's kind of long all at once, so. Thanks for the boop. I'm not sure that I want to use that body purifier if the attack is even still blocked. I don't think it is. I'll save the body purifier for the boss. Alright, buddy. You and me. You ready for this? I don't even remember what he leads you to, but... Go! I could've had him. This is gonna be so hard with my janky controller that has just, like, awful... I'm gonna actually... No, I can't. Okay. My joystick is busted on this controller, which is why you sometimes see me just walking in random directions. It's gonna be impossible to catch this thing like this. But I was close once. Like I said, I don't remember what he actually leads you to. Get him! Yeah! Okay, just a second, buddy. I knew it. I said it was a panic guard. I was close. It was a poison guard. You goober. I mean, I say that, but honestly, I think I'm actually gonna put that on to... Shanna's gonna be the most useful for the majority of this fight, so she can have it, I suppose. She's the only one that's gonna be able to attack all the time. I was not looking. and I just did the addition anyway. Muscle memory. Because I want to try to get through to Bale without messing up an addition. Does she have her leather armor right now? I didn't even notice. I walked all the way out of Helena and made it most of the way through this cave before I even noticed that I hadn't given Dart the night guard. So, or night shield. Oh yeah. Yeah, everybody else is fine. Okay. Another charm potion I'm basically never gonna use, but you know. But yeah, by the next time I stream this, I should have a little bit better layout like of my stream than just the jank that I've got going on now, since I usually stream in 16:9. So you'll be able to see the top of the screen. Not like it usually makes much of a difference, but... Do I want to collect all the Stardust? Is that a thing that I want to do? The items are really good, but... Do I care that much? I'm just going for a quick casual playthrough. Thanks for hanging out, Bronto. Oh wait, that bandana. Let me just toss that on real quick. Yeah. But it's not even as good. Fine. Although Shanna might have been able to wear it. Hold on. Didn't actually look, because Dart can't. Yeah, no, she can't. Worthless. Fine. But yeah, you can see in like menus that the top of the screen's cut off a little bit. I'll fix it by next time. There is something there. The much talked about Guardian of the Cave that we haven't heard about until right now. You can actually help, Shanna. This is one of the only times that I truly count on you. Caw! I like this guy. So the whole gimmick behind this fight is that he's not always on the ground. He crawls into that hole. Poison. Haha, she has poison guard. So Shanna's the only one who can attack for the entire duration of the fight. Not like I don't also have burnouts and spark nets. So this fight should be over pretty quick. I love doing additions, which means I usually don't take the time to use items. But items realistically are really, really powerful. But I'll wait to use them until he's up in the air. I really want to switch to like spinning cane and stuff, but I need to get these first ones to 80. I might grind that out before the next stream. Somebody's getting poisoned. Ooh, lucky. Alright, Shanna, you can keep going. I have a ton of... When did I get a dark mist? I don't even remember getting that. Where would that have been? I guess it was probably at the beginning of this cave. That chest right at the entrance. Yeah, 224 is not bad. Speedrunners can get that up to like 280 without a turbo controller, and I'm like, good god. I started a little late. Only 206. And somehow it did more. Okay. It was tiring, mashing that fast. That was another thing, like, when Husbando and I were playing this together, when I introduced him to it last year. Also, Dart didn't get poisoned. He usually handed it to me to do these items because I could mash faster than he could. It does such good damage, though. Buddy, if you're gonna stay up there, you're just gonna get wailed on. Sorry. Come back down so I can wail on you a little bit less. Alright, I don't know, this might kill him. He has to come back down in order for the fight to end, though. Like that, the cinematic counts on it, so. Sparknet's cute. I like Sparknet. I'll just buy another one. Whatever. Fine. The only difference is that it kind of starts a little bit faster than Burnout does, so you have to be ready to mash a bit sooner. Alright, come on down, buddy. I could have done that with a lot less resources used if I would have just guarded and waited for him to come down, but it's fine. We're almost at Bale. That's where I wanted to end up, so. Because the music in Indel's Castle is just like, on point. One of my favorite tracks. So yeah, a little bit of story stuff, which we obviously will be questing to learn more about throughout the game. What happened, bro? You don't want to know. I like how Lavitz's, like, solution to this problem is just like, okay, that was weird, let's go. I wanted to just double check that War God's amulet. I'll give that some thought. I'm not gonna equip it right now. Sparknet? Healing potion. I knew it was one of those two. Couldn't quite remember. If I wouldn't have stopped for these chests, I could have made it out of here without a fight. Ooh, still squeaked by. We'll get a fight right on the dot, almost, yeah. A bird! Hi, bird! Do I care? Do I care? No. I don't. I'm saving that total vanishing. These birds are special. Like, obviously, I was not normally this prone to miss, but yeah, these enemies are special, so. Okay, you can stop though. Just do your runaway thing. I know that you're gonna run away. There, I did a damage to you. Go away. I think they have 10 life. I want to say that they have 10. But if it's gonna stay here, I'll grind out additions on it. Okay. Yeah, of course. As soon as I said I could get something useful out of it, it was like, nope, I'm gone. If you can get them to stick around, those things are good for grinding additions just because they don't really die. But it's easier to just do random battles. Alright, we made it to Bale. We'll meet Martel on the way out. This like general town theme is really nice. Also, I'm gonna stop by in here. Again, not required, but this little girl is like a Lavitz fangirl, and she really wants to paint his portrait. And it's really cute. I like that she just like totally paints over whatever she was doing before. She's like, it doesn't matter. And Dart's like, okay, you done? There, we get to keep a portrait of him. Ouch! Isn't it a little too handsome? Lavitz is a treasure. Protect him. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff to do in town. I'll do it next time. For right now, just because I promised that Indle's Castle is my favorite like piece of music from this game, I want to go to the castle. Just so you can hear the theme. It's so good. I used to just like sit, like as a kid when I played this, I used to just like sit and just let the castle theme play forever because it was just by far my favorite track. I guess while I'm down here, pompous place. While I'm down here, let me grab this. Sparkle Arrow. Well, too bad Shanna's not gonna be on my team. So good to have. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff we can do in town. Like, we can get a drunk guy to move out of the way by giving him some booze and all sorts of stuff. So, but my goal for today was just to get to Bale. I wanted to get here mostly to hear the castle music, and that's what we're doing. So, let me find somebody to raid. But like I said, for those who are joining just like specifically for Legend of Dragoon, since I don't necessarily always stream this, I'm usually a speedrunner. I would like to work some more Legend of Dragoon in until we make it through to the end of the game again. Just because I love this game so much. But the majority of what I do is speedrunning, except for this week. This week's a little bit weird because last week my husband was really sick. So I'm kind of just getting like back on track. Tomorrow should be a normal speedrun, Last Guardian. On Thursday, it would normally be the pathless speedrun, but Sumo, like Japanese sumo wrestling, just had a tournament, and we missed watching sumo last week because Husbando was sick, so Thursday should be a sumo wrestling stream. So yeah, that's that for this week. I think that we will raid Barry because Barry is a lovely human being, and nobody from my normal communities is streaming right now, so let me just set up this raid. But thanks for hanging out today, everybody. It's always fun to revisit games like this that had like an impact on you, even if maybe they're not like the best game that was ever created, you know? This game will always have a place in my heart. I love this so much. So yeah, go say hi to Barry, who is just streaming some art at the moment. Thank you, Coco. He is already feeling better. So it's definitely an improvement over last week. But yeah, say hi to Barry when you get over there. And have a wonderful day, everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody who cashed in for Morty treats and everything. He's sleeping now, but he definitely enjoyed them. And I will see y'all later.